The restaurant was small and there were no tables free. Mother's brow now furrowed alarmingly as she was forced to admit she hadn't made a booking, unfortunately. The owner was not in. The manager looked in the Bible-thick reservation book on the lectern and bobbled his head sceptically, which caused Mother's mood to teeter more. "We can sit at the bar while we're waiting," Prickl said hastily. "It could be 3/4 of an hour," cautioned the manager. "We're in no hurry," Mother said, and made a beeline towards the counter. Prickl could hardly keep up. "You're her favourite restaurant, you see," she offered to the manager by way of an explanation. He held a hand to his chest, as though he'd never heard anything so wonderful, and turned to the next person in line. Mother laid the bandaged hand on the counter as she would a pricey handbag. "What a good idea you had," she said. "I also like the bar here better than the one in the Alighieri. The staff there's a real hodgepodge. You've only got Italians working here. It's just so incredibly authentic." She had already ordered 2 aperitifs. The barman put ice cubes and orange zest in glasses the size of bells. Her mother watched in such raptures as he did so that you'd think bliss was in the making. Authentic. Prickl was so over the word. Several of her customers had asked for authentic furniture, and all of them had meant something different by it. When Elspeth was still alive, she always seemed to be on the lookout for authentic characters. Was she, Prickl, authentic because she'd only moved house twice in her life? Was it authentic that it was often too much effort for her just to put on mascara? She hadn't even combed her hair with her fingers just now in the car, when Mother was straightening her own do and painting her lips. If she wanted to, she could, though. Oh yes, even stiletto-heeled shoes. Authentic was a veneer word, promising to look at, but cheap at core. Prickl looked around as the barman served their Camparis, red-cheeked conversations beneath a firmament of painted planets and stars. On the wall, a snake that looked like a hat. No, like a boa constrictor digesting an elephant. "It's actually quite lovely sitting in drawings from a storybook," Prickl mused, except that no one apart from her seemed to have noticed. There were no celebrities among the people sitting around as far as she could tell, just diners expecting to be treated like VIPs. Prickl took a sip from her glass. The iced aperitif went straight for her molar. She clasped her cheek. Worried, Mother asked her what was wrong. Prickl told her about the lasagna. "So you didn't notice there was still a bone in the mince when you were browning it?" queried Mother. "Came straight from the butcher," countered Prickl evasively. "Never occurs to you." Mother stroked Prickl's shoulder. "You won't get that sort of thing happening here at the Principe." Prickl had pushed away her aperitif. Mother moved it next to her own glass. "The pair of us, in the wars, and yet here we are," she said contentedly. "Isn't it lovely?" She beckoned over the barman and asked for 2 more aperitifs. No ice for her daughter this time. The herby liqueur went down more easily and made Prickl talkative. "Did Mother know she'd just come back from holiday?" she asked. Mother nodded. She'd rather have heard it from her, of course, and not through Father. Luckily, the barman pointed at a space in the far corner right at that moment. "There you are, see, we're getting a table." The manager cleared away espresso cups and rumpled linen serviettes. Mother slid off the bar stool, ordered her daughter to bring the drinks to the table, and took voluble leave of the barman. A procession between tables and chairs, past elephant snake and hat. Mother turned towards Prickl. "Really friendly chap, by the way," she whispered. "The barman comes from Apulia." The manager clasped his hands to his heart. She'd had no need to carry the glasses over herself. He'd have brought them over to them. He pulled out the chairs, helped Mother to her seat, and gave the table one more flick of his cloth.